Hey guys, welcome back to the Confirming RM YouTube channel. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day getting ourselves back into another video here, looking at XRP, looking at Bitcoin, kind of just comparing the whole market, seeing what the heck is going on, and kind of going from there. I know it's been a little bit of time, and it's been an absolute head scratcher what the heck's been going on. And I want to lead off definitely with that first thing you saw. I think it's absolutely crazy, just kind of giving us the real runaround of the recession that has already been, but now rearing its head, especially here in the economy. But showing that year over year, we were actually 818,000 jobs shorter than what they had said, showing the slower economy than what they were actually kind of telling us. It seems every single quarter, I know I shared that on Twitter, sharing every single quarter, just the revisions going lower and lower and lower every single time, just showing, oh, we got 350,000 jobs. Oh, just kidding. It was 197. Like, they revised it by almost a third to a quarter every single time. But it's showing you right here. They say, yeah, the initial job gains of 242,000 and then only showing 174. That's a pretty big difference. Um, but just showing how everything, most sectors have slowed down, but it's just cueing the indication and just really giving us an understanding that what we had already thought was present is happening. And obviously, the rest of America, people who don't really pay attention to economics, are now being told the recession is coming, or the government is having their good time, and you know controlling inflation, as you guys know. And you'll see right here that this is what's at. We're at 2.9. The feds are looking for a 2.0. So it looks like now that their anticipated target of that 2%, is becoming more likely, uh which we all know that the inflation is, they're whatever they're going to end up doing to, in quotations, get us further down, is just going to end up just causing it's going to have the opposite effect. We all understand that that's the reality of the situation, regardless if they print more money. But what's going to end up happening with that, as you guys know, it happened in 2021 and 2020. With that amount of money, we wound up seeing it surge into the rest of the financial sector. People were hedging against the dollar and everything. Is because, as you guys know, if we scroll over here, get away from the XRP chart though, and go down to DXY, we're falling. We're falling. It's actually the lowest it's been since April. The dollar is really losing its power. If we do this, we're down almost. Wow, we're down 5% in buying power. That's definitely intriguing to see. I mean, obviously, this is what happened here in November as well. But the last time we see really big pushes down like this in the DXY is usually when we wind up seeing some recovery with crypto. Usually, crypto DXY loses power, crypto gains steam, and that's the best way to put it. If we scroll back here, this is the same thing that happened in 2020 when we had gotten our peak here, with the DXY popped up and then came all the way down. That's what we were talking about right here. That's why it's all scribbled. That was a long time ago when we talked about that. But now we got our pop up and then our phase down. But you can see here that once we break through this 99 with the DXY, that's going to be a clear indication that people are funneling money into other sectors. It doesn't really matter what, but typically that's going to end up being stocks or really commodities, crypto, as well as gold, silver, all that good stuff, which, we all know gold right now, just absolutely flying out of there. And I'm switching over to it. Gold just keeps going. I keep on tracking it and seeing where it's going. And you can see here, it held above that 3618, and then actually held on a larger scale right above here at that. Oh my goodness, the 1618. So that means the gold is heading up there for $2,800. on a larger scale of things, which since this is what 2020 to 2022 bottom to top. So wow, I can't believe that gold battled there for a while, but it looks like it has finally really gotten through it. I think gold's going to be going pretty nice. Um, wow, I haven't actually gotten to like sit here and look at gold in a little bit, but you can see all my short-term retracements, how I have thought of the daily action with gold. And even here, if I were to grab this chart and throw it out, you can see here it's playing out nicely, and it's actually sitting here at the 4236. And I think if it's able to actually break through there and hold on top, I mean, there's nothing else. I mean, if you were to grab that, you'd have to do this to the bottom here. And lo and behold, where does that bring you? Right to freaking $2,800. So regardless, here it even shows breaking through here. 2,600 is on the table. I think it looks like it's going to be a big time for gold. I have to say that gold is looking good, but let's move over to the crypto sector. So obviously this looks like a little bit like chaotic mess, but it's XRP. You guys know how I am by now. I think XRP is the only one that sits in a really, really good hot seat right now. We look at all of our moving averages sitting nicely above all of them. I mean, compared to Bitcoin, that's still having a little bit of issues. It's kind of hampered below them at the moment. The only one that's kind of supporting it at the moment, I think, is the 200-day moving average here in the daily. Yes, it'd be 200-day moving average. Where is that? Yep. It actually, no. It was actually able to get through the 20-day, which that was today. It was able to get through the 20-day, which is why I got such a large poke, because it's hitting here at the 382. It has gotten, it's actually had stayed here nicely in this channel, hasn't it? It's just gotten pushed back numerous times. So I think if we were to kind of step back here and look at what could be for Bitcoin, we had this lower. Actually, this is a daily chart. We have this lower trend line. We're trying to hold on to that, and you can see that the apex here reaches the 27th, which would be Tuesday. Really, you'd want to see Bitcoins push up now. Like you'd want to see it get that retracement now, and really just push up there. I mean, even to get into 63,000 again, you'd really want to get through to 66. You want to see it push back up, but at the moment, it's staying in like this falling parallel channel, which usually a falling parallel channel is not bad. Usually these are bullish. I mean, in any other instance and scenario, you're going to look at them, they're bullish. You know, if you use the tops of these, and you can see it is a falling channel. Typically, these end with a flagpole. Like you see, you would grab at least the base of it here, and you could grab that, and that gives you at least one target. But it's usually not that small of a length. Usually, it's from where it started to where it broke out from, and then that's usually where you put it from. But that's if you're looking at things something on a small macro scale. I may be under the belief now that Bitcoin may get that retracement. What I'm really waiting for is to see Bitcoin break above. I'll put a horizontal line here. I want it to break through this 72,000 because regardless, everything else is a retrace at that point. And at this point, this could just be a glorified retrace for Bitcoin, because obviously we're looking at this like, oh God, guys, it's flying out of here. That's crazy, right? But if you were to zoom out, if we were to go like this and zoom out and go to another time period, it is just a retrace. Literally, like right here. You see, we hit right here at 69,000. We just barely poked above it. You can see the numerous stabs, and it could just be that. I'm just getting you guys. I'm getting you like ready, getting you guys into that notion of what could be. You can see here, and then that fall would just bring it back to 28, and then you can see an actual retracement would end up coming right back down here to around that 27 to 38,000. But what's good about seeing this, and you guys, okay, I'm not being bearish. I'm giving you an idea that could come to fruition. Because you can see now that I don't know. It's just in such a hard spot. Like I think we need to bring up the Russell 2000 and see how that's doing, because that will really give us an idea if you're really going to see Bitcoin go into an expansion. If you're not seeing the small micro caps of the stock market going up, why would Bitcoin be any different too? But then that's also applicable for altcoins as well. You're not going to see. I think the only thing that's maybe different with Bitcoin with that would be Bitcoin has already reached a retrace, had already hit a high and had already reached a retracement. But what usually sends the altcoins would be the Russell 2000, as I've shared on Twitter, as well as numerous other people that I knowingly trust in this space have shared the fact that the Russell 2000 usually is a good indicator of whether or not the altcoin market will go into expansion. And without seeing the expansion in the other market, you typically don't see that with altcoins. Um, but what's good right now is that we have things like XRP that's they're kind of giving us an idea, like it's moving and it's in a good spot for a continuation to see us on the upside. And we're seeing a lot of other cryptos too doing the same thing. They're up and they're pushing. Go over here to the total crypto market. You know, we're still we're holding our own. We didn't fall through. Well, that's beautiful to see. If we give ourselves this through here, came back and just tapped it, So nothing to say here about that yet. We're still in just this falling channel, and until it's invalidated, I can't tell you anything different. You're sitting in this channel like this, and like I said with Bitcoin, it's the same sort of thing. You have this sort of possibility of getting up here to the $3 trillion again. The thing is that we haven't gotten that same move out of the total crypto market cap as Bitcoin did, because Bitcoin got that nice double tap and we missed it by quite a large margin. If we were to do this by about 8% at least, so it's still got room. It's showing you here, even on the crypto total market cap, that we still have room. But oh, you can look at ADA right now, getting a nice little pop up. But freaking ADA, man, I don't even want to get into you, Cardano. I don't want to get into you. It's just that's been a hard one to even talk about Cardano. It has done nothing to really get us into a lick of hope at all for this thing. Because what was this thing at? Oh my goodness, almost $3. I mean, at least you know if it bottoms out again. I mean, that should be it, right? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know much about Cardano. I haven't gotten much into it, but regardless, back in XRP. I mean, this is what we're contingent on. This is what we've been looking at. I mean, it held it beautifully here. You guys know I haven't really been around too much for you guys, and as you can still holding Fibonacci's and getting back above trends. You can see here hitting that 236, flying back up to the top of my trend that I drew this like 3 weeks ago, and then come back down, holding on top of that 54 cents, and then kind of just meandering here, holding above it. I mean, XRP for me out of all of these is looking very good. I mean, getting Bitcoin up here 3% on the day though is absolutely beautiful. We need Bitcoin to really move, but you can see here it can get stomped out around 63,000 before, and then it could wind up falling back down here to 58. It's in a washing machine time. So what we really need to look for is the Russell. So maybe if I type that in, let's see what we can get, guys. Come in here. Let's do the Russell. You can see, looking here at the Russell, just we got up here to a retracement. This is when we're looking for expansion in the Russell 2000. Hit it and just came back. We just came back down. So now we're in this retrace period. We're in probably the next 2-3 weeks going to be seeing how this plays out, and it's super important to see this start to actually go into that expansion mode and just see what happens, because every time let's look at literally go into that same thing. Look at that. So we had the COVID crash, and then right here is when Bitcoin and everything went flying up. We went into this expansion. What was this? we saw that it's starting to fly up from January 2020 March of 2020 to what was this, December or March of 2021. So it was just look at that expansion though. We went from $900 to 2,300. So March 20 to February 21. Let's head on over to Bitcoin and see how that did during that time period. Let's turn off all of this jargon so we can just look over here at what happened. Zoom in, zoom out. Let's see. 2020 bottomed in March, and look at that. What did Bitcoin do? Absolutely that same thing. Just went into full expansion literally at the same time. Literally March. Then look at that. Literally February. Top. Literally. So they almost verbatim follow each other. So, but that's all of crypto though. XRP did the same exact thing. If we were to go into this chart and zoom in and show you guys the same thing in 2020, we bottomed out here in 2020, March 2020, and then look at this, flew up and then hit that high right here in that same time period. You had that February, March area. Actually, I think XRP did it a little bit after because XRP is a laggard by usually a month. So showing you there. But showing you how those things all coincide and how they fly together. So I need you guys to understand that. They typically do. So what we need to see, we're seeing numbers like AVAX and everything put up 5% in a day, and you're seeing other things put up good numbers. I've seen a couple even 10 to 12s today. People of cryptos regaining what they've lost, and that's just it's good to see. Just when in doubt, just zoom out and figure out like what the overall trend and what's going on. And that's why I'm kind of sitting here on the teeter-totter with Bitcoin. I couldn't tell you a definite which way it's going to ride. You're looking for, like I said, just the Russell, the rest of the economy, as well as just the confidence of just the financial sector. And we're definitely getting the retention. We're getting the bounce back that we needed, but now we need to see that further expansion happen. And we need to get back to that spot and really see it. That's the best way to put it for you guys. I mean, we saw the same thing. I've been seeing people post things on Twitter saying, the same exact crash has happened before, and then we saw a recession or a stock market crash within 3 months of that date, and then the market's all over. But even if that were to be the case, we still have about a month. So keep your ducks close. Really, just I can't tell you which one that you guys should really be hoping for. I mean, regardless, it's good for the altcoins. I couldn't tell you what would happen with Bitcoin. I don't know. History would show that this would just be a glorified retracement, even though more towards the beginning of the year and last year, it looked more like it would go into that more expansion mode. But the more I look at it, the more that I feel that it may just be a glorified retracement. And now you're going to start seeing the altcoins start to do something, because they never got to, if you guys really think about it, altcoins really never got to do anything in 20. Like, some of them went off, but usually a lot of the top 50 do, and only a handful did. So that really kind of puts things into perspective, especially when you think about the double top, even that we saw later on with Bitcoin. So, because Bitcoin took a stab, you guys know it went up to that 63, and then now went up the second time higher, and then fell, and then we see it again at the same level. I mean, it's crazy to see this volatility, and for it not to do that, like, an actual retracement. Because what winds up happening every time in a retracement is you see the altcoins actually start to ride in that time period. That's when the money starts to circulate into this. It's literally the reason why the Russel will start moving, because the money will circulate out of the NAS, even though the NAS right now is doing a decent retracement. But the thing is, it's doing just a retracement. You guys need to realize that it's just that. Even from here to here, that's even way too that's way too soon. You need to do even lower. I think it would just be here. Even if you were to do here to here, which I even think that's too, like, there's no way the Russell's doing that. I hate to say that. No way. So even in there, though, it would show it hitting his head here and then coming back down. But even then, it's going down to 16,000. If I were to grab it on a different time scale, which I think this would be the 2021, let's see. This is the scale I've been using, guys. It hit it. The Russell's done. This is what makes the most sense to me. You had the fly up, the fly down. So you had the high before COVID, the low of COVID, and then this is what's happened. This is officially the high. This is officially the high of the NAS. So now, if you are to zoom in, we don't need that small crap. Grab here and grab to here. It's just gonna hit 20,000. May wick up and try again and hit around 20,400, but then it's all bets are off. I mean, that's the only thing that would make the most sense. Besides some godforsaken miracle that we get printed into absolute craziness, and then the money gets floated into here. But wouldn't this make the most sense? You have your high to your low here. I mean, the COVID high to the COVID crash, and then your full 4.326 extension, and then your Russell 2000 can now use its COVID high to COVID low. Even if we were to do that, with the Russell, guys, let's see, COVID high to COVID low, the Russell's nowhere near it. Which is true. It's nowhere near that. It's held here, and I mean, you're looking at like a $4,000. Wow, Russell 2000. That just that's what you're looking at. Even if you were to use the high, really high right here in August of 18, but I would use just a high here in January. I mean, even here it's showing the same exact thing. You break through and actually take out this. I mean, there's so much room for expansion with the Russell 2000. The NAS doesn't have it. So this is showing the circulation of money over into the smaller microcaps. How about I tell you guys the same thing over here? You're gonna finally see. Look at that. You're so far away from highs, and here you're right at them. You go over here and look at the NAS, right at it. Russell 2000, nowhere near it. So those are my thoughts. That's my thought process, is how I'm engaging things. It's just hard to do videos for you guys right now when things are doing such volatile, just crazy movements back and forth. There's nothing really happening just besides volatility. And my status has not changed on altcoins. My status has possibly changed on Bitcoin. And I think that's fair. But you guys can't obviously shoot the messenger, but I think this might be it. And I think we might be seeing the I don't want to say aftermath, but the near future of how the alts outperform Bitcoin. But I hope you guys are having a good afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Appreciate every single one of you guys. I hope you guys didn't mind the rant and me going through everything, but I really wanted to give you guys my thoughts and what has been going on in my head. And I am sorry I haven't been around as much, but I hope you guys have a great one and appreciate every single one of you.